think we're just about ready. Oh, Nate, and I think the volume.
You know what time it is.
Boomshakalaka!
All right. Yay!
All right. I would say calm down, but no, don't calm down.
Don't calm down. It's Friday. So many people have to work all week long, and here we are. We're right here with you to bring in the weekend.
That's right. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on Ms. Rocki and Chaveevah Live. You know, there's always something good happening on the North End.
Every time your heart beats.
That's right.
And everywhere else.
Yep.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We got a great show again. And I think our monitor just went out, but don't worry, we got an answer for that even if it doesn't get fixed.
That's right. Hang with us.
So yeah, we got a great show today, Chaveevah. We were going to have Umaru Balde and also Mr. Wonderful Matt Gilbert's going to be joining us in just a moment. And
Mr. Wonderful, I thought he was Mr. Greatness.
Mr. Great, Wonderful,
Okay.
Matt.
All of that. There you
go. So while Nate is situating our new look because our monitor went out, we kind of thought it might, but
Yeah,
we
knew it was
didn't
a
know.
possibility, but that's all right. You know how we do. We just keep it moving.
Yes, keep it moving. So yeah, we had a drawing, and we know Maybe won last week.
Yes. Congratulations, Maybe. She won an art print.
Yes.
Last Friday.
Yes, and also we want to remind everyone that our show is brought to you in part by the Waterloo Community Foundation and our sustaining collaborators. And right now, our sustaining collaborators are the Ferguson Real Estate Team and who else, Chaveevah?
The Jesse Cosby Neighborhood Center.
Right, and Genesis.
That's right, Genesis Studio Spa.
And Banneker.
Oh, of course.
Banneker watches our hometown Derrick home. So if you'd like to be a sustaining collaborator and help support North End Update, please go to our North End Update website and click on donate.
You know, this is a big weekend coming up, everybody. This is Mother's Day.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby. Daquan is opening the farmer's market.
Yep.
And we're kicking it off with Matt Gilbert.
That's right.
Matt, and we have also Umaru Balde. So you guys are all just seeing us all now on the green screen with the green background because our monitor broke. But here we are. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right.
You're so welcome. No, it's not working?
I don't have you all four on the screen.
You don't?
don't?
Oh, well,
Okay.
see, we can't tell because the monitor's not working. So whatever we got now, you guys can see our guests.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you, Agnes.
Well, if you couldn't see our guests, you will in just a second. Like I said, you know how we roll. Things change all the time.
No,
So
they're seeing them now. She just opened up the camera. We have some
Okay.
comments.
Got Philip Banks saying, we know what time it is and we can't wait.
all right. I know you know what time it is. That's my brother. Hey.
We got Rochelle Chase saying, happy Friday.
Hey,
Rochelle.
Rochelle. Tomorrow we'll be seeing Rochelle. We'll be hanging out.
We're going to tear up that dance floor too, Rochelle.
Right. And Nate, I don't know how we're going to do, but we're going to go ahead and start with you and the Soul Town because I think we're already there. And then we're going to spend the rest of our time talking to you guys. Okay?
All right.
So glad you're here.
Yeah,
Thank
me too.
you.
Thanks.
So Nate, we're going to talk to you about the
Soul
Town.
Yes.
Yes, Nate.
So basically today I just wanted to give a big shout out to Chillin' and the whole staff of the Soul Town. As you know, I've read
Yes.
I've just been reading her magazines throughout the months. I've always found something inspirational, something cool to read, and it's just something I would recommend, anyone who wants something to look at, whether that's cooking, something to just give you some motivation or anything, really, I would check it out because I really enjoy it myself, so yeah.
All right.
And you always enlighten us so much with your perspective. You know that that young, bright-eyed perspective that only, somebody your age can give us.
Yeah, you sort of make things new again for some of the things that you point out and notice, like when you were talking about, who was that poet?
Langston Hughes.
Langston Hughes.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just a great idea to get yourself a copy. Do you subscribe?
I'm not sure.
See, I like to put people on the spot like that.
Right? Yeah. I'm subscribed.
You're subscribed. See, you're the only one in the circle that don't really. Come on now.
I will. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to tell you how you can subscribe, Chaveevah.
Okay, yes, you can always go to thesoultownmagazine.com to subscribe to get either a digital or print edition, or you could go to Earth's Beauty Supply at 403 Franklin Street, or you could go right to the source and contact Chillin at 319-505-4020. See, whenever we end up telling somebody else about the Soul Town that might not have known, hey, our job is done.
Right.
We let somebody else know.
And the Soul Town is seen all around, 19 countries,
Yeah,
32 planets, and we're right there with it.
there you go.
Nate, talk about the prom. Nate went to the prom, y'all.
Yep, I indeed went to the prom, and I would say I enjoyed it. I mean, the music I didn't like the best, but the time I spent with my friends and everyone there, I enjoyed it. Take some good pictures. I think it's going to be pulled up there. I think one of the pictures is me, my friend Quay, and Amarion. And then the other picture is just me, and as you can see, I had the grills in my mouth.
I know, what's up with that? I had to look at you a whole nother way now.
Yeah, smooth criminal. Yep.
Well, you sure look nice in the red. Nate had red glasses.
I saw the red glasses
Red
and the
shoes.
cane, and I was like,
Yep.
okay, yep, that's classic prom business right there.
Yep.
A lot of great prom pictures on Facebook and Instagram this weekend. Well, thank you for sharing with us, Nate. And we're always happy to see you over here on this side. But it was too bad we couldn't pull up your pictures because
all
our
right.
monitor went out. But yeah. All right. Well, now we're going to go ahead and get to talk to you. I think Umaru.
Yes. You got it right, Umaru. Yes.
Umaru.
Yes.
How have you been? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And you're not at UniQ anymore.
No. Now with the city of Cedar Rapids as a civil rights investigator. So.
Civil rights.
Yes.
I'm glad you said what
Yeah.
kind of investigator, because in looking at your page and it said that you were an investigator for the city of Cedar
Right.
Rapids, I was like, that's what I want to know. What do you do?
Yeah,
What,
yeah. Civil rights investigation involves basically everything. Allegations of discrimination in housing, employment, credit, education, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Investigate.
Yes.
So I feel like I've been discriminated and I call your office.
Yes.
And you're the person that shows up to find out what in the world is going on.
Right, yes. There are 3 of us investigators. We do take complaints, like in a form of intake, and then we proceed with finding out the facts. We do not side with, we don't represent anybody, not the complainant, not the respondent, but we find the facts. And then, yeah.
Do you get a lot of complaints?
Yes, we
Oh,
do. We do. The majority of the complaints that we deal with are in housing and employment and housing. Yes,
Okay.
and so
Okay.
yeah.
So tell us the difference. Human rights. There's the Human Rights Commission, and then
Yes.
civil rights. Well, I know you're an attorney, so he knows about
All right
all the
there.
rights.
Oh,
And
this is
feel free to
perfect.
question each other as
Yeah,
well as we
right.
talk. But tell us the difference, and what would be the difference if someone felt someone violated their human rights
Right.
versus civil rights?
It's basically the same thing. Just we use different terms, and human rights is more encompassing, like it's more broad. So the civil rights part is has some regulations there. There are limited things that we have jurisdiction to investigate. Not everything. For example, if somebody has a complaint against the police, we can't investigate the police because we basically work together. There is a conflict of interest. So that, in that case, it goes to the higher kind of like the Iowa or the state Civil Rights Commission to investigate, but the local commissions do not investigate.
What are outcomes like? I mean, as far as people lodge these complaints, do people quite often get some kind of satisfaction behind having made a complaint?
Yeah, in some cases. In most cases, because of how the law is written, it's not perfect. We know that. And we are investigating basically most of the complaints that come in are from underrepresented populations.
Okay.
And so getting satisfaction means different things to different people. We mediate some cases where we get to some kind of conciliation where everyone is kind of happy with the outcome, but that is not always the case. A lot of the cases go either with no probable cause because the companies have, stronger defense mechanism.
And you can't prove it.
Right,
maybe,
yes. It makes it very difficult. And for us, we are investigators and we are also activists out of the workplace, but it's really hard that we cannot defend or represent these people. So it makes our job really hard.
Yeah. And what do you like about your job? Is it something that you would encourage younger people to get into, the investigative field?
Yes, absolutely. For me, I went to UNI for education. Basically, I got my master's there in higher ed leadership. And then I got a job at the University of Iowa as the advisor for international health, safety, and security. It was good, paid well, I liked it there, and then George Floyd happened. I was like, okay, so we are in an institution that is basically funded partially by the state and the government, so there is limited things that I can do here. I want to be out there with the community, and so then COVID also hit, so I was like, okay, it's time to look for something different, and civil rights was where my call is. I've always been out in the community. Here in Waterloo, I worked at the YWCA and then at the UNIQ. So then I got into the Civil Rights Commission because I thought we are so underrepresented. We have the most complaints come from the underrepresented populations, but we are not sitting there doing the investigations. And so I thought, yes, we need somebody like me who can actually relate to these victims who are being discriminated against.
Yeah,
so,
or not going in starting out with a certain amount of cultural bias where you just have a tendency to think, well, no, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was such and such.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah. I think we have comments, Nate.
We do have one. It was from a little bit ago, but Michelle Chase had said no dancing for me.
No dancing.
Michelle, we'll see about that.
We do have another one. It's from my godmother, Toya, saying, hey, Nathan Anderson.
Hey,
Toya.
Yes, all right. Well, I just think that that's such an interesting job that you hold, and I just wonder how difficult it must be to find these people that are at fault,
Right, yes.
And then you have to turn them over to what happens to them if they're found to be discriminatory in any way?
They do pay a certain fine, basically depending on the case. We work directly with HUD on housing cases, and so HUD has their own regulations on what landlords or people who discriminate are required to do, including trainings and paying some type of financial compensations, stuff like that. But I have not seen a case where somebody who discriminated has gone to jail or something like that.
Okay.
No, but it's always some kind of compensation, mostly financial. or they get a training from
Sure.
us. The problem
That's
is
what
that
they
we are
need,
not
a
going to
whole
do this
bunch of-
again. So
Yeah, a whole bunch of training.
yeah.
Can you help the public understand? Because a lot of times, this is a lot of questions that I have in my office is, when does the court get involved? When does your lawyer get involved? Specifically while the city is doing their investigation. Is
Yeah.
it before, during, or after? That would be very helpful for people.
Right away, as soon as you have a case, if you have a lawyer, we can work with the lawyer directly. And all the communications, for example, for a complainant who have attorneys, we do work with the attorneys, and they are free to also work directly with us without an attorney. But if they don't like the results that we get for them, they're also free to have the right to sue, basically to hire their own private lawyers to fight the big companies and corporations. Because in that case, we can't go there. We are not representing anybody, and so it's hard to go after a big company that is discriminating on their workers or tenants.
Yeah, it would be hard.
So yeah, they can use attorneys right away as soon as they think they have a case.
For those of you just watching, we're talking to Umaru Balde.
Yes.
And we've been hearing a lot of good stuff from you. And I know your job must pay good because I see you wearing this shark skin
I
suit.
do multiple jobs.
Yes. Oh, you got, okay. Yeah, well, you're really good.
We don't only need to be there with the decision making. We also need to look good.
Oh, yes. You're playing the part
That's right,
very
yeah.
well. And what a great guy to represent and stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
Love it.
We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you for coming on the show and shedding some light on what an investigator actually does, a civil
Right.
rights investigator.
Yes,
Do
thank
you
you.
need to, can you give us a number that people can call, or do you have a website you'd like to refer people if
Is-
they feel like they've been discriminated?
Yeah, mostly you can go to the Iowa Civil Rights Commission, but if you live in Waterloo, there is the Human Rights Commission here, and then each city has their own Civil Rights Commission. The website is basically just Iowa Civil Rights Commission.org.
Okay,
Okay.
Yes.
great. And
With
thank
the
you
Cedar
for-
Rapids one is Cedar.Rapids, Cedar Rapids Civil Rights Commission .org, I believe. I can't.
That sounds
But if
right.
you Google search it, you'll
Yes.
You'll find it, right.
Yes.
Thank you for
CRC.
representing Cedar Rapids
Yes.
as well, because we have a lot of viewers from there as well.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Right.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah.
We're glad that you reached out and we got to
Yes,
connect.
yes.
And we have a comment that we got to talk about that basketball. You trying to get my son in trouble.
Okay, never mind. Rochelle Chase got her question answered, so never mind.
Oh, okay, great. All right, Matt, Mr. Wonderful Great Man.
Yes.
I love it. Mr. Greatness by trade. I love
Okay,
it.
great.
I love it. Well, I'm here and excited to be back again. I'm sharing tonight. May 6th is going to be our basketball brawl, charity fundraiser for the IJAC students at East High School, both 9th through 12th grade. It will be sort of old school versus the new school. We'll be at East High School gym at 6 p.m. So we all ask everyone to show up, support. There might be a small ticket at the door for charitable contributions. And this is just an opportunity for the students at IJAC to raise some funding for their programming so they can continue to do career exploration, so they can actually travel to visit different sites for both employment as well as to continue their education beyond high school. I'm really excited to be back in our third year again. I'm excited that we have Mr. Travis Ferguson and Jerry Bennett.
You got Jerry
Yeah,
Bennett,
we got
and
some-
did you get Mike and Carlton and the whole?
Couldn't get those two right
Mylan?
away.
No Mylan?
We reached out to a few others,
Yeah.
so we'll see who else is going to show up tonight. But
That
really
All-State
excited
team.
to support the youth here in Waterloo. In addition to that, for those that are interested in participating, the Boys and Girls Club has their outdoor festival, I'll say today. There'll be outdoor games and activities starting around 5:30 at the Electric Park Ballroom. So for folks that want to bring the family out and that want to get engaged, the Boys and Girls Club is hosting an outdoor sort of games and events experience at Electric Park Ballroom tonight.
Awesome.
You said basketball brawl.
Basketball
It sounds
brawl.
like y'all getting ready to
Yeah, it's
Get in
intense.
there,
It's
yeah.
intense. The youth they talking it up pretty big.
Oh, I bet they
Oh,
are. To
yeah.
think they get to play old timers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
They ready for that.
jeepers, you guys
They're ready
pushing
for that.
40. Pushing 40 and trying to play basketball. I'm gonna be there with the water. I'll try to help
the
and
water
support
lady.
some kind of way. Exactly. Now,
Appreciate
Matt,
your
tell us, how do you get involved in all this, and how did you get started with IJAG?
Yeah, so started with IJAG probably about 4 or 5 years ago, just really wanting to just go back to my alma mater, go back to East High School and find out how I can get engaged. One of the questions that I always had is that I didn't see entrepreneurs at East High School when I was coming up, and so I didn't want to wait and allow for the next generation not to see an example. So I've been up there every year that I can for multiple days out of the semester, just encouraging them and motivating them, as well as bringing other career professionals around so they can actually see some of the fruit of beautiful Waterloo. And so that's been exciting. And the basketball fundraiser was sort of their ask. They really were sort of basketball fans, and we sort of shared our basketball legacy with them at East High School, and they wanted to compete.
How is your game these days?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right.
You still?
Yeah,
Okay.
I still play.
Okay.
I'm all right.
All right. Well, it's going to be so exciting to watch you guys play against the young guys. And is it male, female, or is it?
It's co-ed.
It's co-ed.
co-ed.
Okay. Thank you. Comments, Nate.
Yeah, so we have Natoya Cole saying, I'm in Cedar Rapids.
All right, Natoya.
And Steven Critter saying, hey, Umaru.
Yes.
Miss our days of my trying to turn you into libertarian.
Oh, political situation.
Stephen Buckles, yeah.
Oh, yeah, good Steve. All right. Well, we're really excited to be able to have you again, Matt, and thank you for coming on and telling us about this IJAG. The poster is on our wall, the little 4-second video with the guy faking right and moving left and stuff, you know. And it's just so exciting to see you so involved in the community. 24/7 Black just got $200,000 grant money.
Absolutely.
There's so many, and you were talking about entrepreneurship. Talk about the entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I think I just saw Timmy Klinghammer
Yep.
got a new store on
Yeah.
Sycamore
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
We got to
Okay.
check out.
Really awesome.
And just so many people that are just taking that step to be their own boss, which is amazing.
Yep.
We love
Really.
seeing it.
Yeah, that self-help and entrepreneurial spirit is definitely here in Waterloo. For a long time, it was criminalized,
Okay.
and so now it's really great that we can sort of bring it back full circle and show the positivity in entrepreneurship and being your own boss.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much again. We got to say to our happy birthday people, and you know you love to sing.
Oh yeah.
We might even give you a solo tonight.
Oh.
I note on that one. Okay. We got the best birthday people, Chaveevah. Who do we have?
Oh my goodness, we have so many great birthday people. We've got Jason Lovelace.
Hey, Jason.
Happy birthday. Deborah Wessels Riley. That's your friend, right?
Yes. Hey, Deb.
Sawyer Amar. Happy birthday.
Yes, my nephew.
Tanya Hart and Amber Robinson. Amber Boyd Robinson?
Yes.
Yes, and Shirley Houghton. Happy birthday.
Oh, Shirley Houghton. Wow. Now that's a woman that deserves a few gifts, you know?
Indeed.
Who else do we have?
Okay.
Since you wrote them all down.
All
my
right,
computer
then.
broke down.
All right, I'll keep it moving. Beverly Henderson.
Hey,
Happy
Bev.
birthday to you. My grandson, Jalen Jack Winter. Happy birthday. Alexis Danielle Ferguson, granddaughter, happy birthday.
Yes.
All right, Robert Nichols, Terry Walker, that's my cousin. Look like I'm picking all my family
You got
people
your
on.
whole family, right?
Right, and Danessa Stewart, happy birthday.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we're going to sing happy birthday, and then we're going to give it a little air, Chaveevah, because we missed our give it air. We have a few extra minutes.
That's right, we sure do.
So we're going to sing. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Okay, he's ready. I can tell. We're just going to go with Matt because I can tell. But we got a solo, and it goes something like this. I'm sure you would agree
Couldn't fit more perfectly
than to have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday to
ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
I want y'all
Happy
to
birthday.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Wake the police up.
Don't woke them, let them sleep.
All right, don't let them slip. Okay, we want to talk to you about our shows coming up. Oh, but do we have that information? Do we have that
Information about the shows?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Next Friday, we've got Tavis Hall and Rashonda Young.
Oh, wow. That'll be a great show, too.
Yep. On the 20th, we've got LaTanya Graves and Mayor Hart, who's always our guest co-host on the
Yes.
third Friday of the month. And on the 27th, we have Lanny Gelson. She's someone who's going to be our guest co-host. And she's someone who watches us frequently, keeps up with us, and sometimes we just like to invite people to come on and be a guest co-host with us. So we're looking forward to her joining us.
Okay, and you
Yes.
know, Lanny actually is going to talk about the book that I wrote with my father called Ropes in the Kitchen, and she's going to give a synopsis about that. And
All
so
right.
we encourage anybody that's out there that has read the book to please, give us some comments and some feedback about what you thought and your take on the book. And also, we want to announce, did you know Chaveevah's working on this wonderful Black Stories Collective at the Grout Museum? Have you seen
I
some of the
haven't.
art?
You haven't? Yeah, it's a
Not
mural.
yet. Oh, I love
It's
it.
a mural, and it is tentatively supposed to be finished, and they're going to have some kind of opening ceremony or whatever in June, probably closer to the end of June, but I can say right now, at the rate that I'm working, it will be done before the end of June. It'll probably
Wow.
be done,
Right.
hopefully,
Right. Oh,
by the
yeah.
end of this month.
It will.
Yeah.
You're doing great. And also, just want to encourage everybody to keep doing all the stuff that makes you awesome, like Chaveevah
And
and
like
Matt.
Umaru and Matt.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Because it does make us all look good.
It makes us all look good, y'all.
And don't forget to watch us every Friday at 4 o'clock live or on YouTube anytime,
That's right.
or go to our website.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Please like and share this video. All of that.
Yep. See you next time.